Hey guys, what's going on? Vega here from SerpentX Special Forces, and in this video I'm going to go over my top 5 ways to protect your crypto. However, what I'm going to go over in today's video can technically be applied to everyone, not just people in crypto, but people outside of cryptocurrency. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I've been seeing an increase in trends for spammers, scammers, fraudulent activities, really targeting those in the crypto sphere, whether they're crypto traders or crypto miners, just general crypto content creators are being targeted, and it's been an increasing trend. And I think that's to do with the increased interest in cryptocurrency and the increase in price. Now, just to go over my top 5, the first and easiest thing you can do is make sure you have a strong password. Don't just use password 123, because I don't know why this password is still being used, but as you can see, this password has been pwned or at least seen 126,000 times. Even with capitals or without capitals, it would still get pwned and be somewhere out there. Now, this website, haveibeenpwned.com, basically searches a whole bunch of database to find out if your password's been used. Now, if you thought of a really clever password and you never used it before and you don't think you've been pwned, I wouldn't recommend typing it in here, because once you do, that's going to be in a database somewhere. Just FYI. But more than likely, your passwords have been pwned if some type of financial service like Experian, which had the hack back in the day, or Ledger, which had their information compromised, and so on and so forth. So many others had personal details or contact information that has been compromised and is now on the dark web somewhere. So the best thing that you can do is come up with a really, really strong password with a capital letter or multiple capital letters, some small letters, numbers, and special characters. Now, typically a company or a new login would be like, it's got to be at least 8 characters. If you can go well beyond those 8 characters and it's supported by that particular website or login, try to go 12, 14, 16, whatever it is. The longer the better, the stronger, and the more special characters, I guess you could say, could actually help you out in securing your account. But that's not the only thing. Don't use the same password across multiple platforms. Right? So you're not going to use the same password to log into your crypto mining pool, and then your crypto exchange account, and then your bank account, and so on and so forth. Because you just make it that much easier that once the correct password is chosen, that they can compromise so much of your personal life or financial life, depending on what they're gaining access to. So passwords are very important. That's the number one thing. Make sure that your passwords are strong. Make sure that you update it at least at the minimum once every 6 months, and make sure you don't use it across multiple sites or platforms. The second thing is a two-factor authentication. I use two-factor authentication on everything that's near and dear to me, that's important to me, and I would recommend doing the same. Now, the number one is, of course, Google Authenticator, which you can get on iPhone and Android, but that's not the only choice available. There's two-factor authentication in various apps like LastPass, Oddity, Free OTP, just to name a few. But there's also SMS two-factor authentication, but we'll get into that in a little bit later. But you can see Binance also provides pretty much a guide on how to increase the security enabling two-factor authentication. You can see Coinbase has the same, and on the Google website itself, it just tells you how it works and how it can protect you and all that good stuff. And Google is kind of the top one as far as integration with various websites. 9 times out of 10, the website that you're creating a login will support Google two-factor authentication. And it's going to make you have to sign in not only with your username and password or email and password, but some form of a series of numbers or letters or whatever it may be that Google will provide you, and then you could sign in. Now, it's very important, because you're going to wind up installing this app on your phone, that you don't lose your phone, and that you have some way to restore a backup or get back into your account in case you need to reset it. You break your phone, drop it in the toilet, you have to go get a new phone. If you don't have those backup codes or a way to get back into your account, you could be SOL. So just make sure you have a backup of a backup. Now, 9 times out of 10, you may get a backup key or a backup phrase, or there's always a way to get in, whether it's by your phone number or a recovery email. But make sure that recovery email also has two-factor authentication installed to protect your account. Leading on from the phone number recovery, I want to talk about SIM swapping. We've seen a number of people be attacked this way, where basically somebody goes into like AT&T, T-Mobile, whatever store, pretends to be you, is able to get a SIM with your number programmed on it, plug it into a dummy phone, and now they're able to access accounts because your phone number was a recovery method for your Google account, for this account, for that account, so on and so forth. So it's very important to protect even your basic cellular service account, and there's various ways to do it. I'm not sure how old this article is, but AT&T, contact them. T-Mobile, Verizon, contact your cellular provider and confirm if there's a way to secure your account a little bit further than what they have, rather than just a password and number and so on and so forth. Everything in our life has security questions, and everything in our life has some type of catchphrase or passcode that you can utilize to verify it's you. Make that a little bit harder. And the reason why you want to make that a little bit harder is going to be coming up here in just a moment. But contact these guys. You can, I believe, log into your various accounts and increase the security methods by adding passcodes, so on and so forth. But definitely make sure you're protecting your cellular account. And then the next one that I want to talk about is watch. When I talked about email, if we go back to have I been pwned, your email probably has already been placed on a database somewhere. Like the Experian, Ledger, so many companies have been compromised, and it's just a data dump of information on the dark web that these people may have access to, and if they have access to the email, there's ways to gain more information about you, but don't make it easy on them. Don't use the same email and password to log into multiple platforms, okay? Don't log in, you don't use the same Google email to control your Binance account, to control your Coinbase account, to control this. I know it gets a little bit cumbersome to have to manage all these different emails, but if you can do it that way, or at least segregate things, and what I mean by that is have one email for finances, maybe like not just crypto, but your banking, your bills, your utilities, one email for your play, gaming, one email for your business, your professional resume, LinkedIn, stuff like that, and another one, just to give out when you go out to a convention or something like that, just something you can give out to people, because they're going to spam you or whatever. That might be a better way of handling things. Having everything on one email, and that one email being everything in your life that is connected to, can be a very weak point in somebody compromising you. And then this last point kind of leads into, and I'm going to summarize it here, this last point kind of leads into being careful. Social engineering is the use of deception to manipulate individuals into divulging confidential or personal information that may be used for fraudulent purposes, right? So social engineering is something that's growing as a whole. If you give too much information online, through Facebook, through Instagram, through Twitter, if you give too much information online, you're going to make it easier for somebody to possibly, we're not going to say hack, right? Because to me, hacking, at least in my mindset, is a little bit more advanced than what some of these people are doing. To compromise you is what I would like to say. If you just give them all that information, then it's going to be so much easier. Let's just say, for example, you choose one of your security questions to be your first make and model of your car. That information is publicly online in the DMV, or what was the name of your first dog? Well, if you're on social media and Facebook saying, hey, check out Max, he's my terrier, whatever, you're going to make that really easy. You got to be smart about these things. Be careful of what you divulge online, because that information can be used against you. So slow your roll, because in social engineering attempts, they're going to send you emails. They're going to send you texts. They're going to hit you up every single way they can. And the best thing for you to do is to make sure you don't just click every link you see. Like, I got an email from Russia and it's asking me to open this Google Docs. I didn't open it. I'm not that dumb. And for example, just to show you this, because a lot of people, I don't know why don't know this, but if you see this link right here on my screen, it says mobile security solutions. And if you look, when I mouse over it, something pops up in the bottom left-hand corner here. If I mouse over this link that says mobile security solutions, but in the bottom left, it says bobsburgers.com, obviously something's amiss. Don't click it, okay? Be smart. Slow your roll. Read the email. Is it from a trusted person? Do you trust this individual who's sending you this email? And sometimes even the people we do trust may have not even sent it to you, but it looks like they did because their email is spoofed. So you just want to verify. If you see some broken up English and maybe it doesn't sound like the person you know that would have sent this, just be careful. Setting your spam filters is one way to protect yourself, at least in the email standpoint. But in working for various companies, I'm going to let you know right now, they're going to get through no matter what. So it's up to you to be the final defense in protecting your data and information. Okay? Make sure your device is secure. Make sure you got a good antivirus. A lot of people like to run with the free antivirus, which I understand. Some of them are really good. But maybe getting some type of a protection plan will be beneficial to you. So just to recap, password. Make sure it's strong. That's number one. And try not to use the same password across platforms. 2, enable two-factor authentication on everything as much as possible. Try to stay away from SMS two-factor authentication, because with somebody compromising your phone or SIM swapping you, that can kind of be a catch-22. Protect your cellular account. Make sure that you set up whatever security measures inside your account online, or contact them. Make sure not to use the same email across multiple brands. And then for social engineering aspect, just be careful how you are online. Don't be vocal about what you have. Hey, I made this $25,000 trade on Binance, blah, blah, blah. Just be careful what you divulge to people online. You don't want to share too much. You got to be mindful. As my mother taught me, think before you speak. And be mindful of the emails you click on, the text you click on. I just got a text the other day where it says I was approved for this loan, and then it wants me to click a link, but when I hit back or cancel, it asks for a read receipt. The reason it's trying to do something like that is the user that sent that out wants to know if you even opened the text. Just by letting them know you opened the text, you could wind up opening the door for more and more of those messages to come through. So that's going to do it for me today. I hope you got some useful information out of this. Definitely appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me. Do me a favor on the way out, hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good day.